Joe, and this is Silent Joe Talks, and it's October 1st, 2022, and, just chilling at the park, as usual. It's been a couple weeks since I didn't do an episode last week, just because nothing really happened. Nothing usually never happens when I do these, but it was less nothing or more nothing than usual. I don't know. I literally had nothing to talk about last week, but this week kind of do. Or now that I think about it, that's kind of a lie, because that's the whole point of the wheel that I have, is to have topics talk about, which I probably should have done, but I didn't. Probably should have thought of that, but I didn't. But anyways, this week, a couple days ago, finally beat Vice City, which was pretty awesome. Kind of the last Grand Theft Auto game to beat that I needed, and now I've officially beaten every Grand Theft Auto game so far up to now. And I think my rankings for best to worst GTA game is probably gonna be GTA 5, GTA San Andreas, GTA 4, Vice City, and then 3. I think that's where I'm gonna put them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good list or that's a terrible list, but that's kind of how I feel. GTA 5 being the best one, GTA 3 being the worst one. Which I guess kind of sucks because it is the first. GTA 3 being the first 3D game, so without that, there wouldn't be any of the other ones, but still. It is what it is. So I did that, and then last night, I finally beat Hitman 2. Finally beat Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. And finally beat all the Hitman games. With the exception of the first Hitman game, because I don't think you can... they don't have it on Xbox, that's PC only. And I don't play PC games, so... I haven't played the first Hitman. But besides that, the rest of them I've played and beaten. It was pretty cool. Pretty interesting long run. So now that I've done that, I probably won't be playing Hitman for a while. Or maybe every couple weeks or so when they come out with a new elusive target or more suits to unlock, I'll probably play it again. Or play Hitman 3. But besides that, probably not going to be playing Hitman outside of that. So yeah. And then I decided my next game I'm going to play, or I'm going to stream, is Destroy All Humans 2, which I've never played before. I've played the first one, growing up, as part of my childhood, and then played it again when they remastered it, and it was pretty awesome. And now I'm going to play the second one, which I've never played. And I've heard that, the sequels aren't as good as the first one. But, yeah. Sorry about that. I was checking something on my phone. But what was I saying? So yeah, I'm gonna play Destroy All Humans 2. Hopefully, the remastered version that just came out, it'll probably be good. You know, the first game was the remastered one was pretty good. So we'll see about this one. And I'm kind of excited because this one even has co-op, which I love games with co-op or local co-op, because I feel like games don't do that anymore. So whenever a game does do that, it's pretty exciting, and it's an extra game that me and my brother can play when we do our Christmas tradition. Our, me and my brother, we do this thing every Christmas Eve where we'll play games against each other and bet money on who wins, and we play up to 5 games, and then the person who wins the most money, wins the whole thing. And then afterwards we'll play, other games together that weren't part of the bet and stuff like that. And this one would be a cool one to add, considering I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think the original Destroy All Humans sequels had co-op, and this is like brand new. I think I could be wrong on that. Maybe they did, but I don't think they did, or at least because I think what they're doing is that on the game itself, Destroy All Humans 2, you can play the campaign in co-op together, but then they're releasing like a standalone game where it's like competitive co-op, like against each other, and it's like its own standalone game, which I think that was never a thing. So maybe doing the campaign co-op was, and yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably start playing it either tonight or tomorrow, depending on how I feel. But I'm kind of excited for that. I'll probably talk more about it next week when I've actually played it and my thoughts on it. And yeah. And speaking of that, also, I don't know if I mentioned it last episode, but I bought an Xbox Series S. I bought the S and not the X, just because it's cheaper. And I don't really need that much storage. I don't really store that much games on my Xbox anyways. And I'll be honest, it's been kind of more the same, really. Like nothing's really changed, which is kind of disappointing, because I remember going from original Xbox to 360 was such a big deal, because everything was different, like the UI, the menus, the whole thing. And same thing with 360 to Xbox One. It was also a big deal. Just everything looked different. It's almost like going in the future. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it was pretty cool. And then now from 1 to Series X, XS or whatever, it's just the same thing, and it's kind of lackluster. But yeah, and it's cause it's so surprising how small it is. Cause I knew it was gonna be small just cause when it first came out, they showed pictures of it, of the X, compared to the S, and it being so tiny. But just seeing it physically, it's just kind of crazy. Like, it seems like a travel size Xbox. Like, I could probably take it with me next time I travel or something. Just seems pretty cool. But I don't know. That's all I got for this week. I should probably, before I stop, at least spin the wheel once. Let's see what I got. Oh man, so I've been watching a show called Reservation Dogs, which is pretty awesome. It's basically like Atlanta, but with Native Americans. And it's a really good show. Highly recommend it. And I just watched the finale a couple days ago, and it was pretty good. I really liked this season. It's the second season. It just ended, and then I think they got renewed for a third, which is awesome. And yeah, I just really like it. Just really like the stories, and it's kind of the same way like as Atlanta, where there's an overarching story, but some episodes kind of go on their own with like different characters and stuff, and it'll be just about that character. Yeah, I would highly recommend it. Second season, pretty awesome. I don't really know which season I like more. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen the first one, but I think I like the second season better. I don't know, maybe because it's like more fresh in my head. But yeah, and I also like the cast that are in it. I really like. I don't know their real names, but the kids that play the main kids. I really like them. They're pretty cool, and I really like that they also casted comedians in some of the roles, like Bobby Lee, which is awesome. Huge fan. Really cool to see him in this season. I think in 2 episodes too, because I think he was in the last season also, but only for 1 season. For 1 episode. So in this season, they got him in 2 episodes. That's pretty cool. And then they even got Mark Maron in an episode. He was pretty funny. And last season they had Bill Burr, which is awesome. Also a big fan of Bill Burr. But they didn't put him in this season, so which kind of sucks. But I don't know. They probably didn't have probably didn't fit well within the story they're trying to tell or something. I don't know. It would have been cool to see him again, but it is what it is. So yeah, Reservation Dogs, highly recommend it. Really good show. And yeah, that's it for this week. Talk to you guys later. And I'm out. Hey, this is me, Silent Joe, and this is Silent Joe Talks, and it's February. Oh wait, I don't know why I said February. It's September. What's the time? It's Monday, September 23rd, 2019, and yeah. These past couple weeks, haven't really been doing anything except play Borderlands 3 with my brother, and it's been awesome. I love it. I just beat it with my brother a couple days ago, and it's kind of awesome. I'm still kind of debating if whether it was better than Borderlands 2, just because I've spent so much time with Borderlands 2. It's kind of hard to, I don't know, it's kind of hard to rank it, at least for me. Spent so much time with it, and I've only spent like a week with Borderlands 3. And plenty more to come, especially since they've announced new content for it. Apparently there's gonna be a Halloween event happening for it for the month of October, which I'll definitely do. You know, probably do a video for that and all. And yeah, in terms of the channel, I do have some plans for it, you know, especially for October. Probably do the Halloween event. I'm thinking of playing Brutal Legend, which I haven't played. I don't think I've played that game since it came out. Probably play that for Rocktober. That would be kind of awesome. And yeah, Borderlands 3 is such a long game to beat, because the first two games, in your first playthrough, you pretty much go up to level 30 and then you beat it, and then second playthrough you hit the max cap or whatever. But this game, I'm still not entirely sure how it works, because the first playthrough, because the max level is level 50, and when we beat it, we were like level 40, level 41. So it just seems kind of weird that on the second playthrough, you would only go through 9 levels. So I'm thinking that for this game, you pretty much go the full level in the first playthrough, and then the second playthrough is probably kind of just, I don't know, just kind of for fun, I guess, you know, with harder enemies and max level loot and all that stuff. And then on top of that, there's mayhem mode, which probably makes the enemies even harder, but you get more experience and better rewards and stuff. And I don't know, still kind of fooling around with it. My only like real complaint is I'm not really a fan of the main villains in the game, just because, I don't know, they seemed really unlikable, and not in a good way, like a normal villain. I guess the mission is to, or the point of the villain is to have someone you hate and want to like take down, but because they're an actual bad person. Not like, I guess I just hate the villain for the wrong reasons. I just don't like the whole, like, the fact that they're, you know, streamers and all that. Like, I guess that's the only, because I've watched other videos, like people's reviews and stuff, and basically saying like how bad the writing is and how it's very like cringeworthy, and I didn't really have a problem with it. It was just the whole, like, every time they would reference like the internet or like streaming or whatever, that just really bothered me. And the fact that the main villains are like based on that, just, I didn't like them. I still think Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2 was a lot better villain. Yeah, that was my only real gripe with it. And also, it took so long just to unlock your entire loadout. Like, it didn't take till the almost the end of the game to unlock, you know, artifacts for your character, which is something you could have have like in the second game, you'd pretty much have that like the third way, like a third into the game, but on here it's like almost towards the end that you would unlock that, and it was just bizarre and weird. I kind of wish that was better spaced. You know, it's like you didn't have to basically beat the game to have your entire loadout unlocked and all that. And yeah, I did like the fact that there was multiple vaults in this one too. That was kind of a cool idea. I think you pretty much go through like 3 different vaults, I think. Yeah, maybe 4. I don't want to like spoil, or I guess that probably is a spoiler. I don't know. Spoiler warning, I guess. But you do go through like 4. I think you go through 3 vaults, and then like the main, like the Great Vault at the end. And the vaults themselves were kind of like lackluster in my opinion, because in the other games when you beat a vault, it would basically be like a big like explosion or loot. But on here, it didn't feel like that. Like it felt like just another boss, which I guess it kind of is, or kind of was, but still, I feel like when you beat a boss, it should still have that like big explosion, like loot explosion, I guess they call it. Like, even though it's not the end of the game, it should still feel like that, because it's like a vault of the planet, you know. And then there was like one vault boss in particular. I think it's like the first one you fight. It just seemed like very small compared to like other vault bosses. It just seemed like another boss. But yeah, other than that, love the game. Probably gonna keep playing the game. I've done a couple streams of it, of me trying to play it with no guns, which is already kind of hard, and I don't know if I'll be able to finish it, considering I've already beaten the game normally, and there's some bosses that probably won't be able to, punch my way through. So that's gonna be a tough one if I get there. But that's basically it for this week. Just nothing but Borderlands, and probably gonna keep playing it, see what's up, and yeah, that's about it for this week. I'll talk to you guys later. Talk to you guys next week. Yeah, I'm out.